Hi, everyone. It's Father Carl, and I'm delighted to be able to offer some thoughts and reflections regarding this weekend's gospel. And what a gospel story we heard. It's really quite brutal. However, it's a story that reminds us of two standards that many of us live by. This way that I want God to treat me, and the way that we want God to treat others. It's almost never the same, but the story reminds us it should be. And so our readings drive home this point clearly, especially in this story from Matthew's Gospel. We know the story. A servant receives mercy and compassion from his master, and it's regarding a debt that he owed. But that same servant refuses to show mercy to someone who owes him some money. And the consequences? The master hands him over to the torturers for failing to show mercy after he had been shown such mercy. Now, it may seem like a brutal story for Jesus to tell, but it reveals a very deep spiritual truth. Put simply, we can only receive what we are willing to give or have been given. If we want to experience love, we have to love someone. If we want to experience mercy, we need to show mercy. If we want to be forgiven, we need to be willing to forgive. If we want God's blessings, then we need to be a true blessing to others. What a simple message, but what a powerful message. And I wonder if more people of faith, or just people of goodwill, could live by this simple truth. Think about what a better, happier, more caring, and peaceful society and a world we would all live in, if only. But the reality is, we live in a world that's still filled with violence. There's so much injustice still. There's all kinds of social concerns now, especially regarding the pandemic that we're still living through. There's a stress level that's eating away at people over the situations in the world, in our own personal lives, and it all leads to this anxiety and fear and impatience with one another and with ourselves. And I think this is where we might take to heart the lesson of today's readings. Take time that is so desperately needed to reflect on God's great care and love for us, God's unconditional love and mercy. Take time to think about that every day, because the more we become aware of these gifts that God showers on us, the stronger we will become in our desire to shower those same things on the people around us. And what a happier, more peaceful day we would all have each day if we could do that. And so my question to think about is this: do we truly want that? And honestly want for others the same things that we want for ourselves? I hope we're saying yes. And if you are, then I'd ask you in the week ahead, are you willing to work at being the very means by which that happens? I'll leave you with this to think about when it comes to forgiveness, one of the very difficult virtues in the lessons that Jesus teaches us. Forgiveness is not a task to be qualified or completed, but it's an attitude. It's an attitude to be integrated into our way of living. Spend some time and ask yourself, have I really put on that attitude, and am I integrating it into my daily life? God's blessing and peace be with you.